Hello and welcome to Food for Thought. Mark Lockridge here, the pastor of New Life Fellowship in Letterkenny and Milford Reformed Presbyterian Church. It's good to have you with us. There's a lovely verse for February on the calendar which our church and other churches have given out. It's from the book of Isaiah. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. What wonderfully comforting words. And it gets better. The rest of the verse goes on to read, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. What a glorious assurance. God's people had seen this literally happen. They had passed through the Red Sea, and God had been with them. When 3 of them were thrown into a blazing fiery furnace, a 4th figure, the Son of God, was seen walking with them until they were brought out unharmed. And here, that sort of care is being offered to us. Who wouldn't want God's presence with them as they pass through the tumultuous waters of life's upheavals, or the flames of life's trials? Wouldn't it be wonderfully reassuring? And yet there is something vitally important about this and many other verses of comfort in the Bible. They have an address, an air code attached to them. They're for specific people. They're not simply general announcements. Last week I sent my wife a Valentine's card. It was specific. It was for her. It wasn't just a general announcement to all and sundry. Its proclamations of all that she means to me weren't for anybody else who happens to lift the card and read it. And so to take this verse just as a general pronouncement would be like reading that Valentine's card and assuming it was for you. Or taking a leaflet advertising some tremendous health benefit, then sitting back and feeling comforted because you've read the leaflet. But you need to engage with the scheme, wouldn't you? And take up what's offered in order to enjoy the benefits. So it is with verses like this. They're not vague, generic assurances of comfort and help. They are benefits that are part of a package, a specific offer. The verse before tells us who this promise applies to. Do not fear, God says, for I have redeemed you. These words of glorious comfort are addressed to those whom God has redeemed. That's people who took up God's offer to rescue them from their guiltiness and sin and who trusted in Him. They're the ones God assured of never leaving them, even in the midst of the storms and infernos of life. And that promise is still there. Those God rescues, He never forsakes. The good news is that you can move to that address, that air code, the one where the benefits are. And the entry point is simple. It's turning to Jesus Christ, admitting our guiltiness and sin and asking Him to forgive us and change us. And when that happens, we're brought back to God, and He promises never to leave us, not even in the greatest trials. That assurance is tremendous. It gives great hope and great peace. But we need to make sure that we take up Jesus' offer so that we actually qualify for the benefits of Jesus' rescue. And then you'll find that, as one old preacher, Charles Spurgeon, put it, Jesus Christ is with you in every pang that rips your heart and in every pain that tears your body. Every stormy sea that has tossed you has roared around His boat too. There is no adversity so dark, so deep, or so apparently pathless that you cannot discover the crucified one's footsteps when you kneel. In the fires, in the rivers, in the cold night, and under the burning sun, He says, I will be with you. Thanks for listening. And if you want to find out more, drop me an email, mark@newlifefellowship.ie. Until next time here on Finn Valley FM, have a great week.